Hey everyone. So I think it's like my fourth video today, I think. Hopefully I don't turn gold on y'all again. I'm trying to keep into this energy. I've been there we go, it's starting to light up. So um uh all of this is new. Is and just let you know I put tape on this thing, so if it look kinda weird, that's why I got tape on it. So I ain't gotta keep messing with it. But anyway, all this new. As I go along, as I tell you, I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on, and I know the more I tell y'all, the more leveled up I go. I get super leveled up, and that also helps me with my energy. It helps me with my gifts for me to chime more into it. Um, I'm just going with the flow with things. So this is what goes on. Cause, all right, what got me to this moment is this. I started listening to this lady. She was talking about energies and stuff, and she was chiming into my energy, and she said something that caught my attention. So I want to vocalize that situation. So when it comes to me, sometimes I do videos, right? And the gang stalkers, they get some of my videos, and then I delete them. Okay, if they sometimes they might hold the videos, I don't know. However, I have multiple people tapping into my phone. So I got people in California, Iowa, I've seen Chicago. um I have so many different locations that tap in, which is crazy. Cause all I gotta do is act like I'm about to order something to eat, and then it shows me where my phone is at. It's it's the simple stuff, and I know people have it in different locations and can be routed somewhere else, but that's what goes on. But anywho, yeah, I've even had Fayetteville. I've had different things, like literally, like if I decide I want to go to like a shopping app or something, it will show somebody else. I even had Georgia to pop up on my link before. It will show where y'all at, the zip code and stuff, at least where y'all trying to pinpoint it, however you want to go. It is what it is. I'm watched 24/7. It's like I'm a show within a show on a show within another show. And it's like, I guess I'm going to just keep telling y'all since you want to show up. So, with that being said, there are times when these spirits, they can't mess with me, but because of who I am, I still can hear voices. Okay, sometimes I can hear voices. So this is what goes on. Anytime I get a negative thought, I don't care what it is. It could say something is ugly. It could say I don't like that. Anytime I hear something negative, I literally say destroy that energy or whoever it is. Yes, I do. Because one, if you chiming into my energy and trying to provide negative thoughts, yeah, I don't care what happens to you, because you trespassing. No different. You go on somebody's property with that sign. Do not trespass. Yeah, this. I was about to say this dog gonna bite, but that's the spirit. Okay, that the energy will bite you behind. All right. So anytime, that's why like sometimes whenever y'all hear me kind of do certain messages where I'm chiming into energies where I'm learning more about myself as I talk. Sometimes you might hear me say, "Is there any demonic spirits messing with me?" And I'll be like, destroy those spirits, destroy those energies, cause that's how I stay in alignment. That's how I stay at peace. That's how I stay in a positive state of mind. As soon as I hear something negative, I don't care if I'm looking at something y'all do, the way y'all dress, the way y'all act, the way y'all are, however it is. I debunk all of that because I want to make sure that I'm not going in a mindset of being picky. I'm being in the mindset of understanding, because just because you do something that I might not agree with doesn't mean that it's fully wrong. As long as you ain't hurting anybody, you're just being yourself, and that's it. Um, so what I'm trying to get at is this: there are times, there are energies that come through, and I know they're negative energies. But some days I don't feel like going through that. Oh, destroy this and destroy the energy. Da da da. It's just too much. So I learned that when there's an energy that's strong coming in, I allow it to flow. So sometimes that's when y'all will see me, at least the gang stalkers sometimes, they'll see me do a video. Sometimes I will still post the videos. But I do that because whatever they trying to tell me must be that important to them. So I present whatever they say. I act the whole thing out. Like the other day, it was a situation about some. Oh Lord Jesus, I forgot already. It was a situation that happened yesterday. I literally just forgot. See, that's another thing. Anything that ain't good for me, I will forget. So if I ever forget your name, if I forget something about you or whatever, then apparently it was too negative for me to hold on to. So that's what it was. It was something negative. And I allowed the situation to flow through. I got to the end of the situation. And then after I acted out the whole scene, I destroyed the video. So what I'm trying to get it through is like this. Sometimes in your life, you're going to go through situations, right? And a lot of times we try to run away from situations. We know that we have to tackle. It's no different than when you're trying to come against a situation where forgiving someone, you run from it. Somebody done something to you, you run from it. You don't want to deal with the situation. You don't want to think about the situation. Attack the situation. And I'm not saying attack it as yell at a person, curse at a person, or fight a person or anything. Allow your mind to go through the process. Allow your mind to get through the storyline. Whatever is going through your mind, if it's that important that it keeps coming up, figure out what the heck it is. Find out. Don't run from it, because you probably need to learn something. See, this is how I go. Anytime these spirits come in, and a lot of times the spirits that come in was these people that are attacking me. And the people that was attacking me are the karmics. So I'm the divine feminine. So the karmic feminine keeps messing with me. That's who that was messing with me. And so every time the person tried to put thoughts in my head, I was like, let me hear it out. And once I do that process, then I know what's my thought, what's their thought, and then I can figure out where to go from there. So when you're going through something in your life, don't matter what it is, if something keeps plaguing in your head over and over again, right? Ask yourself, why is it keep plaguing in my head? Why I keep messing with me? What is it that I need to understand? Because even if the situation is a bad situation, right, you can still learn from it. Maybe it's a lesson that you got to learn. Maybe it's something telling you what you missing in the situation, or what you need to overcome in the situation, or what you need to tackle in the situation. And once you allow yourself to go through that process, then you can get to the other side. See, the reason why a lot of times y'all keep running from issues, because you're scared that this issue is going to control you. Well, I'm going to let you know this. It's the other way around. The issue control you when you do not know how to go against it. When you tackle it, you have, baby, can you turn that down, please? When you tackle the issue, you can win the game. But if it's like this, you on a football field, right? I'm going to go to sports real quick, and I'll find something for females. When you on a football field, right? In order to get to that goal, you got to go across, you got to get past the opponent. So that could be an issue. It could be relationships. It could be finances. It could be kids. It could be parents. It could be family. It could just be waking up that day. You have to figure out what it is and have a play to get through to the other side so you can touch down. Okay? If you keep taking the ball and just sitting kneeling, you can't win. And if you run backwards, then you are helping the other team win. Okay? So you're going to have to get to that point where it's like, daggone, I don't want to run this play, but I'm going to have to zig, I'm going to have to zag, I'm going to jump, I'm going to have to slide. Well, you can't slide because you get down. But you got to do whatever you got to do to get to that other end. But just remember that God's spirit is with you. Your angels, everyone have angels along you, or not was on that super demonic side that was against me. But you have angels. Trust in the spirits. Trust in that energy that you can get through that situation. Allow yourself to get through it, because guess what? Once you get to the end goal, you can turn around and be like, "Yo, I just won this game. Yo, I just beat up my opponent. Yo, like I was able to get through this situation." But always remember, Even when you go down that lane and you got to go down those yards, the 20 yard, the 30 yard, the 40 yard, the 50 yard, and you hit the end zone, just remember at the end of the game, you still can go to that person and say, good game, thank you, and keep it pushing. So that means if you dealing with someone and they did some dirty stuff to you, they did some grimy stuff to you, you can say, okay, thank you for whatever, and keep it pushing. You ain't got to sit back and fight them at the end of the game. You ain't got to tackle them at the end of the game. Thank you. Say, okay, thank you. Keep it pushing. In your mind, you say, you know what? That was a good game. They got me. And I got down here. They tackled me a couple times, but I kept running down the lane. And I had a zig, I had a zag. But guess what? The spirits, yeah. Drink the water, baby. Yay, stop messing with me. I'm sorry, y'all. He's been messing with me through my son today. Off and on. He been messing with me through the child. Stop it. I see him when he grins after he does stuff. I know it's you. Anywho, don't be shaking me now. But yeah, you gotta get to the end of the game. And yes, he does mess with me through the kids. He does. It's like, see, I be ready to tackle him. Okay, I ain't mean to put a fist up, but I be ready to tackle him, my daggone self. But anyway, but yeah, so y'all got to get to the to the end zone, okay? Don't allow yourself to forfeit the game. Every day, you have to pick that ball up. So when y'all get out of y'all bed every day, pretend you're picking up imaginary football or basketball or baseball, whatever type of sports you like. I don't care if it's a fishing pole or whatever. For ladies, I don't care if it's, if you picking up and you getting ready to go shopping, or you doing your makeup, or you cooking, or, with the kids, whatever that you imaginary thing that can get you to the next point. Focus on that and push yourself through, okay? Some days you can't run from your issues. You're going to have to tackle those issues. It's no different than ladies. Excuse me, y'all, my nose. It's part of the system. Ladies, the ones that like to do makeup, what you got to do, you got to get your primer, you got to get your mascara, you got to get your foundation, you got to get your face cleanser, you got to get, the color you're going to use for the day, the lipstick, you got to get all of these things. You got to, you got to set up shop. Before you set up shop, you got to make sure you got everything you need that's going to match whatever you're going to wear. We know how that goes. You got to decide if you're going to do a glamour, if you're going to do a natural, all of these different things. You got to decide how that's going to go. And then what you do, then you proceed to do whatever you need to do. You have your tissues, you have your cloths, you have all your little things. So just in case you mess up a little bit, you can go back and fix it. That's the same thing in life. So whenever things go on in life where sometimes you got these issues, you got these daddy issues, mama issues, the kid issues, the finance issues, the husband issues, the boyfriend issues, the finance issues, school issues, whatever it is, you're going to have to tackle it. Take it one step at a time. Y'all know it takes 2 hours to get, if y'all do that real, heavy load, no offense, but you go hard, it takes about almost 2 hours for someone that really is taking their time doing it. I'm just going based off the videos I saw. I see y'all take about like 2 hours. Some of y'all can do it 30 minutes. Some can do less. Everybody different. You understand? But however long, the same way you have to be patient with that process, the same way you have to be patient with putting those layers on, the same way you have to be patient with every step so that when you walk out of the house, everything is in alignment. Same thing, you got to tackle those issues in your life. So if you having issues with someone, let's say relationships, and you in a relationship and things ain't going right, y'all fussing up. I'm sorry. Go. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. We're gonna get we're gonna get the little, what is it? The little darts. What they call the Nerf darts? I'm gonna tear your behind up. You keep messing with me. What is it? Those Nerf darts? I don't care. I'm gonna have one of them little guns around, and I'm gonna wear your behind out. Keep messing with me. I'm sorry, y'all. If you know what my day to day goes through with him and these kids, it's something. It's something. I'm gonna just put it like that. It's something. Back to my story. Oh, a child. Anyway. Yeah. Steps. So you in a relationship, or you going through something, and maybe y'all back and forth, and things ain't been going right. You know, he's probably out all the time, hanging out with friends or whatever. You're home, or vice versa. Take the steps, tackle it. And when I mean tackle it, don't yell, don't scream. The same way you gotta take the moments to wipe your face. Okay, take that moment. Okay, if I have to clean my face before I put my whatever you put on first, okay, let me sit back, let me calm my nerves. That's the first thing. You got to cleanse first. Next, you put your primer and stuff. Okay, I'm not really sure the steps. I'm just going based off what my memory of what I saw. Okay, I only do these two things here, and then looks. That's it. So bear with me. So maybe you do like a primer or something to put on your face to get everything ready. Okay, maybe that's that. Okay, let me go. Let me talk to him. All right. Then you got to do the steps on what colors you're going to put in. All right. Let me just ask a question. All right. You know how you got to let stuff set on your face for a little bit before you do the next thing? That means I need to listen. Okay. Before you put the next step of foundation on, then you respond. Okay. After the next step, after you respond, then guess what? You ask another question, follow-up question. You know, everything takes time and takes steps. No different than with the sports. No matter what sports you in, basketball, you got to throw the ball to your teammates to get down the thing. You got to dribble. You got to, slide, whatever you got to do. No different than playing baseball. You got to, in order to get to the first play, you got to hit the ball. So you got to ask the questions. You got to ask yourself the questions. What is it that I'm trying to understand about what's going on? All right, you hit the ball. Now, we don't talk about baseball right now. So when you hit the ball, you got 2 ways of doing it, or 3 ways. You can hit a home run. You can ask the hardest question so you can get through all the bases. You can bunt the ball where you have to at least get to the first plate. Or you can hit a foul ball and let them avoid it all. Okay? That's how it goes. That's just life. I don't care if it's fishing. You sitting out there, you throwing, you got to put the fish on it. You got to put whatever type of bait you're going to put on your reel. First, nope, let's go back. You got to make sure the string is right. You got to make sure the string is up there prepared. Okay, that's the question. All right, you got to put the bait on it. That's the direction of what type of question you're going to ask. Are you going to go for a long question that's going to get you directly to the source, or are you going to wiggle around the way and go a little bit closer where you can ask just something basic and then build yourself up to that point? Once you throw the bait into the water, you got to wait for a little bit, right? Now, when you threw your question out there, you got to wait till the person responds. All right? If this is a situation you're trying to communicate, you got to wait till they respond. Sometimes they're going to respond the way you want. That's that, sometimes you're going to have to wait a little bit. All right? Sometimes you're going to have to reel it back in and try all over again and ask another question. Throw it out there. No different than fishing. Some days you got some good days. Some days you got some bad days. But at least you go out there and you sit and be patient in the process. You will end up having a peace of mind at the end. No different than with the sports. No different with the makeup. Ain't no different if you was cooking. You got to do steps. There's steps for every single thing. You got to get the food. What the food going to be. You got to prep the food. All right. You got to know what the ingredients you're going to put together. All right. You got to either marinate the food or sit the food to the side. Everything takes steps. Whenever you get to a point in your life and you're not sure what to do, Remember a sport. Remember a makeup. Remember cooking. Remember instructions. Everything has steps. You cannot jump in the deep end in the pool and automatically know how to swim if you don't know how to swim. Because what will happen? You're going to drown. You have two ways if you jump into that water and you don't know what you're doing. You're either going to drown or you can float. Now just remember with that floating, if you don't know how to control your breathing, you're going down, okay? Excuse my ear. You're going down. No different than if you get tackled. No different if the mascara and stuff don't work out. No different when you cooking and you burn something. No different than whenever all the bases are full and then someone get it out. Game over. Always remember, no matter what you do, go through the process. It may not be the easiest. It may not be the best. But always remember, at the end of the day, you can turn back around and look at it and realize I'm still blessed. On that note, y'all have a blessed day.